Alright, good morning everybody. It's a beautiful day. It's 46 degrees, middle of August, and we have a power pack Saturday going at my house. All the kids are going to be here. We're watching Joy and Eric's dogs today while they go to a wedding. Paige and David are already here. They showed up last night. It's Saturday morning, like I said. We are going to make venison sausage, or actually venison hot dogs. We are going to make freezer corn. We bought 15 dozen ears of sweet corn. We're going to cut that off the cob and make freezer corn. Yesterday afternoon, David assembled a 20-foot ladder stand that we use for deer hunting on the property. We're going to go put that up, so we'll film all that stuff today. We're also smoking some salmon bellies and salmon fillets from Alaska that we caught a couple weeks ago. So we're going to be smoking those today. They're in the brine right now. The brine came from when we were on the Custatan River. If you watch that video, Danny gave his recipe, so that's what we're using as his brine recipe. So we're getting that. Once the kids get up, we'll get going on that and have a great day. So it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful day, as always. Thanks for watching. Alright, so we're on adventure number 1 for the day. Paige is behind me, Dave's behind me. We're going to load up the 20-foot ladder stand and get it up. It's mid-August, but we like to get them up early, like I said, to get the deer used to it. So Lori's out picking basil in the garden. We're going to load it up here in the four-wheeler and get the stand out in the woods. This should go back. Let's flip it totally around. Right, this is going to have to get rigged somehow. Oh, it would be dragging on. How does that clamp? How do you tighten it?
Oh, there's a ratchet that you're like wide out, carabiners on it, and you
Cool. Figured they'd take this down to a science.
where we were talking about earlier with the last year. Moving it in off the trail and putting it in that popper right there.
Yeah, but yeah, that's an idea.
Because they were coming through here.
Oh, to get it off of that trail a little bit? So here's David's bow stand right here. It's up there about 20 feet. It's right up there if you can see it. So we're kind of discussing what to do with it. Now that he sat here, the deer have a tendency to spot him because the trail, he's right on top of the trail. So we're thinking of moving it off of the trail over this way just a little bit. So it's funny, wherever I point the camera, Paige runs away from it. It's kind of weird. Little camera shy she is. So, all right, we'll continue this on. We're just kind of discussing strategies here. We all love outsmarting these whitetails. They are smart, elusive creatures. So as we were scouting around, we found this beautiful deer runway. It goes right by David's stand. That's a deer path right there. Mooring right to the ground. No grass grows on that bad boy. And this one goes right to David's bow stand. Nice. All right, everybody, I thought I'd show you a very unique tree. This is what's called a tamarack. A tamarack tree. I don't know if you can see the needles at all, but this needles on this tree is a deciduous conifer. They lose their needles in the fall. Very unique. A deciduous is like a leafed tree that loses its leaves. But this particular cone-bearing tree, which makes it a conifer, is cone-bearing but loses its needles every year. If you've ever driven by a swamp in the winter time, or in the fall, you'll see the swamps sometimes are just bright orange, and that's a tamarack tree because they're going to lose all their needles. Very unique tree. It's called a deciduous conifer, and the proper name is a tamarack. Pretty cool.
Do you want me to hold too?
Nope, Dave's done. I have all the faith in the world.
Which way they go, Dave? Some of these. Now I'm gonna put it over. If I jump, I'm jumping right.
Go right here. You want to the inside of this right here, or but most of the time, through here is not kind of easy. And then
Alright, so please, we want to move it to right here. It's gonna go right here. That's how far we gotta go. Right? Yep. So everyone just grab a little muscle. Want to get a little muscle, please? And you can spin around nice and just make sure it doesn't fall off that tree. 1, 2. He's watching the tree. Take a start to go. Here's that other nail in that.
They're good at it.
Steps well.
You can suck that in a little. Be as longer as the back. Okay. You're supposed to pick it off the side.
Oh yeah.
Well, you should check if it's even level.
It's not, but it's going to be as good as we can get her. Because we had to push the feet in so far?
Yeah. Alright. I'm going to undo these cables.
Hold on.
Piper, come.
I see a couple of problems.
Yeah.
It's tipped this way.
Sure.
This way is lower than this.
Okay.
And it's tipped a little bit forward, but with this footrest, man, when we get a shroud on here, we're going to be great.
The little one?
The big one.
The full saw?
While you're doing that kicking around down there, I can do this.
Piper, come here. Piper, come. You're gonna get hit. Come here. Come. Piper, come. Yep, exactly. Come here, Piper. Come.
Voila. I don't think I can get that spruce right there now. probably going to throw this right over there. Hey, Dave?
Yeah.
Just watch me just for a second, man. I'm going to throw this sod on.
I'm behind you.
Sorry, it got stupid.
I went through the grave.
Piper.
All right, it's going to go right over there.
Join Eric up here.
Okay. Okay, who can throw me up that thing? I need it right here. Don't, right underhand.
Yeah.
Underhand right up. Holy, whoa!
That's on camera too.
You can shoot a gun, baby. Oh,
Piper, come.
never done that. So are you looking down there, Dave?
What?
Looking down there. Down the bottom. Come here, come. There she is, right from over. Oh, big race coming down. How about you, I think, Dave? Oh, Piper, get. Piper,
Come here.
here you come.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on.
Ah.
I'll let those big bucks know who's boss.
This is like the other one out.
Yeah. So David is up there putting on the cushions around the shooting rail
But the squirrels.
that the
will
squirrels love to
destroy.
eat, and that way you can rest your weapons on it, and it doesn't make any clanging noise, metal on metal. Need Paige to come up and show you how?
Yeah.
Head on up there, Paige. Give him some pointers. It's going to be a beauty, man. Good for the gun season, man. Look how far you can see behind. When those leaves go off, you'll see all the way to the edge of the swamp.
Page still wouldn't be high enough in this thing.
No.
Nope. Treetops.
Paige is a little afraid of the deer or the bear and the coyotes. She thinks the deer's going to jump up in her stand with her, so she wants to be
No, I do not.
25 feet high. No, what are you afraid of then?
That they're going to see me, so I want to be high up.
Oh,
won't see me.
smart. I thought it was
So I
bears.
can move around. I don't have to sit still.
Jump in the stand with it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Dave said the same thing. So what we need to do, Paige, is put a shroud around it, which I'll buy. I was going to buy at that Army surplus store in Grand Rapids, but they didn't have any. But I'll go back and check it out again. Nice, Dave, nice. You good work. Normally they put zip ties on those to keep them solid, but I may do that. Dave's a very specific person. He loves them to be exact, where mine would be more hodgepodge, bagage, if you know what I mean. Now he's putting the camo on there.
Okay. Riley?
This is our stand. It's up there 22 feet, he said. It's beautiful, man. And what it does, I'm going to turn around here and show you. There's a clearing right here. See this little clearing? There's a popples over there, right where I'm pointing right now. And the deer love going through those popples. And then here is a little opening, like all those little willow trees. And then over there, if you look up on the top, there's pine trees. And there's oaks behind that. But they run this clearing, they walk the edges of it. They really go through the popples I showed you over here. And then on the right hand side of this opening is a lot more popple. And they just love cruising these things. They love it. So back in there is where David's other stand was. So the deer just move through here. It's just a great, great area for them. Off about I don't know, not even quarter mile. A couple 100 yards from here to where the camera's pointing right now is a big swamp. They love going in there and hiding. Thick brush, hardly anybody ever goes in there. If it's really wet out, in a wet year, you got to wear hip boots in order to get in there because it's so wet. But this year's very, very dry, so I'm going to do a full circle here. You'll see Paige, she'll be running. Oh, look at her, running out of the camera. Running, 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 running. So here's a full circle. Alright, the camera stopped there because it wouldn't let me keep recording. Maximum time, maybe Paige is recording for about an hour. And then there is the stand. So, alright Dave, we got to go because they got to go to lunch. So, alright, we got to leave everybody. We're out of here. That's the stand put up for one task done. Alright, we made it back to the house. The dogs are crazy. Here we got Rebel, Riley, Joy, Eric, Paige. We left Dave back there strapped to a tree. Oh no, he got out of the straps? Doggone it. No, nothing's bad. They're great.
Oh, Riley!
Piper, go get Dave. Where's Dave back there? Go get him. Back. Go get him, Piper.
Oh, Riley!
There, the dogs are all crazy.
Riley, come here! Riley!
All right, the family's here. Time to start lunch. There's the dog. Look at these dogs. They love running around out here.
Riley, who's this?
All right, so we've got the salmon all brined. They're ready to go in the smoker. Right now, David's just scoring them. You just score them all, Dave? You're scoring some more?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so he's going to score them. I'm going to put a little bit more maple syrup on it. They're not quite as tacky as we'd like them. So we'll add some more maple syrup to them. And hopefully that'll soak in a little bit. And then the smoker's ready. We just need to score them and then put them on. Smoke them for about 2 hours at 265 or 165, and then we'll check them. Then we're going to start. We got the casing soaking for the venison wieners we're going to make. Scored. Now he's going to apply the maple syrup. Then they're going to go on the. Well, nah, just leave those just with there. Yeah. Now he's going to put the maple syrup spoons right there. Not, just a little bit's all he's going to do.
Just work it into the scores.
Yep. It's going to be delicious. Our homemade maple syrup. I didn't film that last year. Just didn't get into this YouTube thing until before that. Or right after that's when I started. Got the stand all done. You saw that, but we're going to probably go out and adjust it maybe tomorrow morning. It's too hot out right now. Now it's like in the 80s. All right, so that's that. We'll put them on the show. We'll show you putting them on the smoker here in a second. All right, we're just headed out. David's going to be putting them in the smoker. We got the smoker set up to 165, a little hot because it's in the sun, about 170. But Dave's going to slide her in there. We got the smoke on it already. I'm going to slide over here. He's going to put them in. Those look dandy, huh? Take a little while to smoke. Got salmon bellies and salmon fillets in there. Just put the maple syrup on them. Now they're set to go. 2 hours. About 165, 175 maybe. We'll keep an eye on it. That's it. That going. Now we're going to work on the venison hot dogs. Alright, so I'm going to check the smoker. They've been in for a little less than an hour, probably about 50 minutes. Just a little bit of smoke. I'm not a big heavy smoke guy. We'll see what they look like. Oh yeah. Well, enough water, enough smoke. About 10 minutes I'm going to open them up again and add a little more wood. But for now, she's going good. Piper's in charge. She's keeping charge of everything. It's a beautiful day, beautiful sunny day in the woods. Not sure how good you can see out there. It's hard to tell, but the four-wheeler, we're using that to get the stand up. Gonna mow tomorrow. Beautiful day. Hummingbirds are loving Lori's flowers. They're here every morning checking out her flowers. It's a beautiful day. It's weird to be home on a weekend, but it's nice. Getting ready to grind some venison sausage. I'll film that too. Then we're gonna make venison hot dogs. Alright, so here we are. What we did last time we ground venison and pork. And we froze it. We just put it in gallon bags, 5 pounds per 1 gallon Ziploc bag. And now we're going to regrind it again and be all ready for putting the seasonings on it. David's over here. Here's Piper. David's over here preparing the... What are these, David?
These hog casings.
Hog casings. David's getting the hog casings all set up. Do you know the size or don't you remember?
No, I don't know what the size is.
But we're going to use these to stuff the hot dogs. So Paige and I are going to start the grinding process, and then we'll mix in the seasoning, let it sit a little bit, and then start stuffing. We'll show you that process too. It's pretty easy. I just fueled the smoker with some more maple that I cut this morning and some stuff from last time too. So get a little mixture, but it smells delicious. So now David is actually running water through the casings. That way you get all the salt off of it, so that's what he's doing there. You see the casings in the tub, they're starting to expand down there, running water through them, does that, so get all the salt out of them. Wow, some of this stuff's still a little frozen, Dave.
That's good.
Yeah, it's like everything else frozen in there. Alright, so we're mixing, grinding the venison and the pork all together.
This is the coarse ground, right? Or the smallest one?
Smallest one, yeah. This is already coarse ground. So they just asked what grind we're doing, and if you do it one time you do it coarse ground, or fine coarse, and the next time you do it fine ground. So she's just stuffing it, I'm loading it. Or you want to grab the camera, kind of show them what it sounds like when it comes out, or you can either zoom in or bring it over, or whatever you want to do. Zoom in right here, there's a zoom right there. Turn this, you'll see it go in or out. Other one probably, there you go, that one. That's what it looks like when it comes out, just like this. Just like you see the sausage shop at your local grocery store. We just have our own grinder. We're doing 25 pounds is what we're doing. Then we'll go and stuff David's seasonings, these casings right now. We still haven't decided if we're going to smoke them or not. We just do raw hot dogs, or if you smoke them then they're partially cooked. Alright, so Lori had a good idea. She said, why don't you talk to them about proportions? So in this particular mixture, we're going 10 pounds of venison to 15 pounds of pork. And we got our seasonings from a place in Wisconsin. They're online, it's a good place. I honestly can't remember the town, I don't know if I can say their name or not, so I'm not gonna, but they have wiener seasonings, all sorts of great seasonings. So that's what we get it, we order it from them, it comes in. So when we're done doing the second grind, then we'll start stuffing. If David's ready to stuff. Close here pretty soon. We grind pork shoulders because it's real fat and you need fat. Venison's real dry meat, so you need to add fat in order to make it both taste good and to give it moisture. Anything to add, Dave?
Nope. Our seasoning batches are for 25 pounds at a time,
Yep.
that's why it's...
Yep, that's why we do 25 pounds. Because the seasonings we buy are 25-pound seasoning packs. Then if we're going to smoke them, you have to have something called cure, which prevents them from getting bad. With poison or something, Dave, what is it?
Prevents botulism.
Prevents botulism. So, because when you smoke them, they sit at that long temp for too long. But the cure prevents that. Alright, so we're going to turn it off. We're going to check the sometimes it gets real fatty in here and you gotta clean this off so it grinds faster. Still plenty cold, Dave.
Good. Could still be bound.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's why Dave's around. This is the genius of the family. Not yet, but will be. I'll go clean that up. Paige, I'll clean this up. Okay, so what happens is a little bit of grizzle gets in here and it clogs everything up. So we're going to take that out, just kind of grizzly, unclog it so we won't use that. So this is just ready to go back in the grinder. We're going to put it back in, put the knife back in.
And then some body at the end.
Dave, how long do these knives last? Any idea?
Not sure. We do not know.
All right, Ranger, I'm good for that when you're ready for it. All right, so I put the blade back on. I put the cutting device back on. And now I screw this in and we're set to go again. All right.
Talk about when you were researching. Did you get a commercial one or did you get a cheap grinder?
Dave, what is this, a number 8?
12.
12, so do 12 pounds an hour, is that what the deal is? Or what is it, 12 what? I don't know how that works.
I think it's the size.
So it's
Cutting head size.
cutting head size is a 12, so this is a pretty big one.
It's a 3/4 horsepower.
We like doing our 3/4 horsepower motor, Dave said. We like doing our own venison. Kind of a hobby, more or less.
It's coming out much faster now that you
Yep, cleaned all the grizzle out of there, yep. That's it, we're done with the meat. Once we get done stuffing this, we're done.
Alright, so we like to mix in 1 ounce of water for every pound of meat we have. So we have 25 ounces of water, and then we just mix the seasonings directly into that. And with whatever cure you also need. So this is like a maple bacon cure that we mix in with it. So this will help, I guess, like in the name, cure the meat. So we're gonna smoke these, and so this will prevent botulism when they sit at the lower, like 140 degree temps when bacteria growth is the most. So that'll prevent anything bad from happening to the meat. And that's all I got. Like I said earlier, this will prevent any botulism in the smoking process. We're only probably gonna smoke them for a couple hours just to get some flavor onto them, not fully finish them. So when we give these to friends, we tell them to bring them up to temp. So we're up 165 would kill any bacteria. But usually we cook them to like 150. And that's also why we have more fat in here so they don't dry out because venison's so lean. So Brian mixes that up. So once that's good and mixed, then we'll pour it in kind of portions over this and then hand mix it to integrate it through.
You want to hand mix it or should I?
It doesn't matter.
I've seen you do it before. You've got a lot of experience at it.
Yeah, I'm the only one that does it apparently.
Yeah, you're the only one that does it because I would screw it up. Okay.
So pour some.
Your watch.
Very good at this, by the way. Plus it mixes all the pork with the venison a little bit better.
Yeah. And usually when this is you want it cold. You want it to, basically you want it like an arthritic cold, where your hands can barely function that way.
And all the grinding mechanisms we froze in the freezer to keep the meat cold.
Yep.
Because that will get hot. Those we're just running the motor so it gets hot. So we froze all the grinding parts, the knife, the blade parts before we used them. So
Yeah, like a good half hour before you do anything it's probably perfect to do that. So we'll just mix this, and it's really just all by feel.
ready for more sauce.
Yep. So Brian will just pour in some more. He'll probably pour in the rest. Let's take a look.
Go ahead. Save the best for last. A little bit.
Yep.
Your bed is destroyed.
All right. Got our mix up. We need to let it sit at all for a little bit. Let the seasonings absorb or no?
No, I think it'll get actually harder to
Stuff.
stuff.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna take this off of here and I'm gonna clean this table. All right, so Paige, right there, she ties. We're not good spinners or wrappers. Some people can spin them in their hand and keep them together. We don't. We tie ours. I know it's cumbersome and not the way to do it. Then we take all the meat from here, stuff it in here, this thing, and then we have this tube, which is what we put the casings on. We'll show you that. And we use the spray to keep this tube lubed, so it's easier to grind it. And then I will sit here. This case will go right up in here, and I'll grind it down with this handle right here. With this handle to get it in. So you'll see how it works. Most of you have seen this before, but this is the way we do it. Pretty cumbersome, but we're rookies at it, so it's all good. Lori's over there doing dishes, helping us out. Dave's gonna check it out. We're gonna bring up the.
Those look pretty good.
Those look perfect. Yeah, I think we're gonna take those out now. They look good and done to me.
How long have you had them on there?
2 hours.
Perfect.
All right, out they come. We're gonna turn it off and take these out and let them dry a little bit. Dave's turn it off. All right, they work. 2 hours and good smoke. Fresh maple. Salmon, we're gonna put it in the grill to dry out. Ooh, they're nice and sticky now. Go ahead, Dave, you got room.
Oh, gonna be hot.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you what, you definitely taste the maple syrup and the salmon. And the maple. I'm just gonna leave them in here to dry out a little bit, cool off. Make sure they're not touching. All right, that's good. We're gonna go make sausage. Oh, there, bud. All right, that's good. With a little bit of cooking oil, make them go faster. This log gets sprayed. How about the tube? Get the tube sprayed?
Yeah. We'll spray on the outside too, just.
On the horseshoes?
Yep, down there. And then just near the front. Yeah, probably that casing might go maybe a little easier.
There we go. I'll fill this full of meat. I can smell the seasoning. You know, we should probably get painted a wet rag. Wave our hand around. I have it anyway. Yeah, I'll take that one. All right, got that. Screw the plunger on. Get this in. David's feeding the casings onto the stuffing tube. Alright, so we're using natural hog casings. You tie the end. When you first start, you're going to get a little bit of air in there, which we're going to do, and we're going to poke it with a pin. So here we go. With a needle. That lets all the air out.
Stop cranking.
Ready? Is this the first time we've done a natural casing?
Yes.
So we're experimenting for the first time.
I burnt mine. These brats are hot dogs.
Hot dogs, but they're going to be big. The little casings weren't going very good.
Constrict them. Might be a little wonky at first, but we'll figure it out.
We'll get her. I mean, just big hot dogs.
Yeah.
Let's call them brats.
Brat dogs.
Right.
Alright, stop it there. We can squish it around. These are a lot easier to work with than
I potentially have a problem right here.
Alright, now Paige is going to put strings on them. She's going to make them into links. David's kind of making them a little smaller. Pushing it back from whence it came.
I'm gonna tie this on too.
Yeah, it's just in case you have to push
Sure.
more out.
Everybody's got their role. Paige understands.
See, these I feel like I can just twist.
Would they stay though?
But
That's the
I
issue
think
we
it's
had
got a lot of
before.
flexibility with them. These ones might be a little over.
Should we start doing some more?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna.
Alright, so we were talking about when we had the camera off that these are actually natural hog intestine. The hog casings is what they are. So it's just natural hog stomach, and they clean them up and sell them. And so we use all the brats you buy are usually made of that or something synthetic. So in this instance, we're using natural hog casings, hog intestine casing. Too fast? Too slow?
No, you're doing that. You're doing good. I'm just trying to stuff them.
Finished product.
Okay, you might want to take a pin and.
I've been doing that.
Okay.
Alright, so Paige is poking the air out of them. You don't want air in them. So when she sees air, she's poking a hole in it to get the air out, and we're actually pushing them down this way to make them a little smaller. Less chance of the casings bursting, plus when Paige is tying them, it gets easier for her to tie them if they're rock hard. So Dave's just rolling the meat down towards the end here to make them a little thinner. Everyone's got their job. I have the mindless one, they have the thinking one. Alright, with these, we got the smoker really smoking now. We brought it up to about 225. These are big hot dogs. But that's the casings we had, they'll be fine. David's
Put it in a different grade.
trying to figure out how to get them on. We're not going to hang them, we're just going to hold them on the grates. So that's what we're doing. We'll show you when we put them in. We get all 3 racks going. Alright, Dave's getting the first one in. That. Not perfect, not the way it's probably technically supposed to be. It works. You can grab mine too, Dave. Now mine's ready to go. Alright, one more rack to figure out. Alright, got our 3rd rack. Dave's going to put that in. Lots of smoke, lots of smoke. We got 3 racks going. We don't have any more racks. So now we're going to feed the temperature gauge in so we can keep it about 225. To go. Shut the door up, see what the temp comes up to, and we're good. Alright, we're trying to get this bad boy up to 225. Look at the smoke billowing out of that thing now. Ooh-wee. Check that out. That's some smoke. So once we get to 225, we're actually going to go have a pizza. And come back. When we come back, it should be done. So let her smoke at 225 for 2 hours, and those hot dogs are going to be perfect. They won't be totally done. We'll have to boil them again, but they'll get that smoky flavor on them. So looking good. Paige over there, the fly swatter, taking care of business. Dave's in charge. Large and in charge. Me, I just go along for the ride. Piper's over there licking maple syrup off of the drying rack. Lori's taking the dogs for a walk through the woods. Quite the crew we got. Alright, we're going to show you what...
How much does it feed? Like, how many people?
Here's the finished product on the salmon. They're all done. We're going to bring them in the house and put them in the refrigerator. We had one already and they were delicious. So our first attempt at smoked salmon was what I'll consider to be a success. Fresh salmon from Alaska, all smoked and ready to eat. We have salmon fillets and salmon bellies. Alright, I thought I'd show you these brats. These babies, or these wieners, are looking phenomenal. Hopefully you can see those. They look great. We're going to take them off now. They've been in there for about 2 hours. They're probably 3/4 cooked. Not all the way, but close. So, I'm going to bag them all up and go from there. They look great, though. Alright, the hot dogs are done, man. They're all smoked and ready to go. They are delicious. We tasted one. Man, pretty successful. These are our first venison wieners we've ever made. So we've considered a success. They are delicious. Well, everybody, it's a great day. We didn't get all of our chores done. We got the stand up. We got the venison hot dogs made. And what else? So we smoked them. Got so late we wound up going out for pizza instead of making dinner, man. But we'll have lots of time for cooking. It was a beautiful day. Tomorrow we got to go do a little bit of fixing up on the stand. It's up, we just got to get it perfect. And I have to cut some pieces of wood for Paige and David. And we have to do the rest of the corn into freezer corn. So it has been a long day, a lot of hard work. But it's cool, we got all that venison sausage made. So that's that. Been a beautiful day. It's about 8 o'clock at night. And Lori and I go to bed early, so it's about our bedtime. So talk to you guys in the morning. We'll show you the rest of the processing of corn.
That's a coyote back there. Coyote in the backwoods. You can hear it, huh? That's a coyote howling in my backwoods. It's about 6 in the morning. Kids are here. We got a lot done yesterday. Got more to do today. More to do today, man. Just got up. That's a coyote right back there in the backwoods. Probably chasing my deer around, doggone it. He's loud and he's mad, huh? Crazy. Huh? Crows are calling. Coyotes are calling. Piper's getting upset. All the dogs are upset. Yeah, cool. Well, today we gotta finish the 15 dozen ears of corn. We'll get that processed. Got a few more venison hot dogs to smoke. We couldn't fit them all in the smoker yesterday, so we got that going. What else? We gotta fix the stand. Get it stand out perfect. So stands out. We just gotta get it exactly the way David wants it because it's his gun stand. So I'll leave it at that. It's another beautiful day. There's the backyard. 4-wheelers out there to carry stuff around. Yeah, we're set to go for another gorgeous day.
All right, so David and Paige are husking all the corns. We're doing 15 dozen ears today. And here we've got the smoker going with the final hot dogs. So we're cooking away. They'll get all the rest of those husked. And then Lori, Paige and I are inside. I'll show you that, how we take them off the cob. Lori and David are out husking all the corn. I got it here. I'm going to take it off the cob with an electric fillet knife, just like you use for filleting fish. Works really slick. We have an Angel Food cake pan, so I can put the cob right inside there, and it sits real nice and spills into the Angel Food cake pan, so that works great. The brine we use to store it in quart jars, are 5 cups water, ½ cup sugar, and 2 tablespoons of salt. So it's 5 cups water, ½ cup of sugar, and 2 teaspoons of salt. That's it. Put them in quart freezer bags, and we're good for all winter long with sweet corn, freezer corn. So that's it. All right, so here's how it works. It's really slick. There you go. 1 cob, totally clean, no corn left. Perfect. Alright, so Paige is bagging. This is it. We had 15 dozen. This is the last of it. There's probably 3 dozen in here. Paige is over there bagging. How many scoops you put per bag, Paige?
2.
2 scoops of corn. And how much brine?
3/4 cup.
3/4 cup of brine. So we're kind of coming to the end here. Been doing it a long, long time. 15 dozen years. No, probably he'll take half of this. I'll probably do 7 more by myself later on. All right, this is our last one. 15 dozen years done. Man, my wrist is sore, my hand's sore, it's all numb. I'm running this thing. I'm sure Paige is tired of bagging them too. Then we got to take the last of the hot dogs out right after we're done with this. David's kind of waiting for us. Last one. Perfect. All done. All right, so the final dogs are done. Dave's going to check those out. They've been in here for 2 hours. Turned them off, and they are looking perfect. 2 hours at what, 225 again, Dave, around there?
Yep.
As close as we could hover them.
As best as we can manage it.
Yep. Dave's been out here watching the dogs all morning. We're going to put them in the grill and let them dry out. Here's the type of wood we were using. Just fresh maple I cut yesterday. Got those there. Dave's going to come up and put them in the pan. We'll put them in the fridge and cool them off. Man, doesn't that smell good? I love that maple smell, man. So that's it for the sausage. We made 25 pounds of venison hot dogs. And they smell delicious. I'm excited to try them. Ziploc bags, and Dave and Paige will probably vacuum seal them at their house when they get home tonight. And then Laura and I will probably do it this week sometime if I get a chance to go get the vacuum sealer at the cabin. So that's it. We're done. Oh, there's a whole nother rack. Holy moly. We got a whole nother rack in here. Craziness to do. So, well, that's enough for this. We enjoy it. Good hobbies. Look at those. Those look delicious. Big old hot dogs. All right. We got Paige's new David's new stand-up for bow hunting and gun hunting. We smoked the salmon in a brine and smoked them. We made hot dogs, which was 25 pounds of venison hot dogs. They're delicious, man. Never made them before, so we feel very lucky about that. Getting the light here. And then, that's right, don't wear a hat. And then we did 15 dozen ears of freezer corn. Have sweet corn all winter long now. It was a great productive weekend. Lori and I are just cleaning the whole place up right now. Takes a long time to put everything away, so that's what we're doing. It was a wonderful weekend with our family. Joy and Eric stopped by and picked up their dog, Riley and Rebel, and they're on their way home, so it was another great weekend. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Lucky we are. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe. It'd be great to have a few new subscribers. Thank you. Bye.